Here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You pick where you're at. Get this car on the tracks. Let's get it rolling. Another day. We are moving down the tracks. Here we go, you guys. Hopefully old one nut is not gonna use my words. You know, this locomotive, this express train, that those are my words, okay? Old one nut gotta use his own catchphrase. He should know that by now.
Access granted.
There we go. Frank, just get off the track because the train is coming. What's going on, you guys? All you little kids? Aw, old one nut's coming. Yeah, I hear you. What's going on? Hey, Bob. You know, Bob, why don't you take a look at your Facebook, buddy? I did send you a link. Got to start paying attention, buddy. You're the man. I already sent you a link. Already on Facebook. Because I care, that's why. No, seriously, I did send you a link. But Bob, you have like so many you have so many YouTube pages. Kind of hard. I'm not sure which one you're using right now. I got Bob Cooper right there. Yeah, you got a lot of you're a legend, Bob. Yeah, I sent you a link already, brother. You are already there. All you gotta do is click your heels and you are with me. All I gotta do now is snap my fingers and maybe Mr. Fazio would come on. But I know he's busy, so he's in another time zone. But I'd like to get him on one day. I invited him last night. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's see what's happening out there. Went to the doctor today. I had to re-up on a couple of my meds. And here where we live on Friday, maybe other doctors' offices, Friday they take a half a day. So after lunch, they take off from work. So I had to be there at 10 o'clock this morning, and they re-up on my meds. And at around 12 o'clock, I went to the pharmacist, and I went to pick it up. Oh, Kevin, we never received anything yet. I go, come again? And they said, they said, come call them up because we know they're gonna close at around 1 o'clock. And but my doctor said the office is gonna be closed all next week. Like spring break and everything is coming up. So they're all gonna take off for that. So yeah, I called him up and she said that they'll call it in at around 1 o'clock. So I checked my email and they already filled it out and everything is good. No worries, brother. Hey Bob, did you get it? Are you with me, brother? Are you connected? See what's happening. Yeah, I sent you a link. Send it again just in case. This morning woke up pretty. I always wake up early. I don't sleep good. Like I'm like a vampire. I'm a nocturnal creature. I like working nights. Sleep during the day, up all night, and I could never get that out of my system. And looked at YouTube, see what was happening. Old Dave was on. He was talking about num nums. And I'm going, damn, I like to have some num nums. Cause see, num nums is also like a phrase that we're gonna give our daughter, my daughter or my son food. Want some num nums? And I was going, damn, coffee, donuts, pastry. Num num sounds kind of nice. Hey Keith, we got the fly in the house, and I'm going num nums, and I guess the night before we had our local wannabe pharmacist trying to act like he was like a master of all doctistries and medicines and everything. So Dave had to break down num nums into like a child's perspective for somebody that's kind of simple. He would understand what Dave was talking about. And Dave was saying num nums for like a little kid medicine. Here's your num num. I misunderstood what Dave was talking about. I thought he was talking about some like a donut. Dunkin' Donuts holes. I'm going. I like num nums. he he had to correct me. Told me that's not what he was talking about. I was a little bit embarrassed, but later on that day we went to the bakery. We still got some num nums. I said screw it. Num num still sounds good, but old one nut, you know. If you give him a good kick in the pants, maybe that's like a shock value, and maybe that could be like a way of num nums himself. Yeah, he understands what I'm talking about, don't you? Okay, here, I'll give you a little toy to play with. There you go, buddy. Go in the little corner before I kick you. Okay. So what else is going on out there? Well, we got Dick Insider. There's another talented person. We got a lot of talented people outside already hanging around. Last night I I was hanging over Fazio's channel last night, and that man is a truly a master, a jack of all trades. He like in New York. He was in the shipping industry, construction, marine construction. Regular construction and marine construction. Can operate a barge, can operate tugboats, a lot of things. Very, very talented person. And he was saying something last night that kind of made me think earlier today, and I was going, I have all this stuff. What he was just saying, he was I'm asking this other person. I never seen a picture of, like, do you have a picture of you when you was a kid? Do you have a picture of you when you had a job doing this, doing that, doing this? And I'm going, man, I got a picture when I was a king crab fisherman in the Bering Sea, the most dangerous job in the world. I done that work. You know, I done work in Poodle Bay, Alaska. I done work at Red Dog Mine in Alaska. I got pictures when I was young. I got pictures when I was working and living above the Arctic Circle. And I was just answering all of Michael's what Mike was saying. And I'm going, boy, I got all these pictures of what I did and everything. And it's good to have all these pictures when you can reminisce on what you used to do, and you can account of what kind of life you used to have. And I was looking back in Fazio's old pictures, and he had, he can say he did this, he can say he done that because he got pictures to back up. And it's just pretty impressive if you got proof of what you say you did, because anybody can say, oh, I used to be a photographer, but you don't know how to operate a camera, you don't know how to operate a computer, you don't know how to mute, like you come on somebody's channel, you don't know how to do a mute switch. Kind of a little bit embarrassing, I think. I mean, you try to put people down, but only people you're putting down is yourself, because you're making yourself look bad. But these are just thoughts coming out of my head. Yeah, I know. I did get banged in the head with a machete. Aloe. We got Aloe in the house. We got a lone wolf. Yeah, Aloe. We have a what's happening, Aloe? Gotta talk about your taste in pictures, buddy. We got Jedi in the house. We also have Raymond, Roger Miller in the house. We have my buddy Keith in the house. Welcome everybody to to my show. Welcome to the bullpen. I don't want to talk about old one nut all night. Yeah.
I'm back, everybody.
No, that's not old one nut talking. That's just another nut, but it's not old one nut. We got Mr. Bob Cooper in the house.
Bob Cooper in the house. I'm going to take you all out to the shed here in a minute.
Oh. Well, no. When you take the old days when you take somebody to the shed, that means that's you're gonna discipline somebody.
Well, I'm being disciplined because Mother Nature and her birds are dropping berries out of the sky today.
Dropping
And
bombshells, huh?
yeah. Well, of course.
Hey, did your mom ever forgive you about your haircut?
No, she's getting around to that.
Oh well. Tell her we all like your haircut. We think you're very guapo now.
Guapo.
Just because you look a little bit like me, but not so handsome.
Well,
but
Well, she finally said a word to me. She says, "Did you leave that wet laundry in the washer from 3 weeks ago?" And I said, "Well, it's been only one day, but yeah."
Well,
So
3 weeks ago, that's a
I
long
gotta,
day, bud.
I gotta take you guys in the shed with me because in the shed, and
In the shed. You don't
because
have nobody
why?
tied up in the back, do you?
Well,
You don't have aloe in the back, do you?
no, he's a pervert. Pervert sends
do
nasty
you think?
photos to everybody. But yeah, I had to hide in the shed because the birds are that nut cat over there trying to chase my dog down.
Hey,
What's he doing?
those cats are ruthless. They
Oh, they
they,
are.
they have
Yeah.
no sense of humor.
You see that cat? Son,
No.
son, don't you
Hey,
let that
Bob, why don't
cat
you quit
mess.
smoking? What do you think? Huh? Okay, I see the cat. It's a black cat, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
nutcase. Stepped on its face a couple times, try to get rid of.
Yeah, well,
That's your
yeah,
mama's cat.
and he's gonna take it out on your dog. What do you think?
Yeah, son, come here and beat up this cat. Come here and beat him up. Come on, son.
Maybe
Let's see you
once
duking
upon
it.
a time.
Don't let that cat fuck with you.
I don't think he's gonna have much of a choice.
He lost interest, but that cat's just a kitty. So, hey, don't you be digging up
Oh,
my avocado plant. I'll kill you. I'll plant you underneath the plant. Yeah,
we got in the Philippines, where we were living, where my daughters live. I think we got like 3 full-grown avocado trees.
Oh man, I love avocados.
Man, but they're wild. They're not farmed. Okay, so that
Yeah,
means you got to climb the dang tree to
forget
get
that. Yeah,
get them, and there's so many of them that they start falling to the ground, and
you know, you all nuts, you all crazy. Try to crawl up a coconut tree.
no,
I was at the
I
base
just get
of a
a
coconut
long
tree
bamboo
looking
with a
up.
knife or a spike, and
Yeah, that's right.
chop them down.
Well, you know how we got those pruners that are like 30 feet long, and then it's got a rope and it's got a knife up there, and you go chop. Well, I'm gonna bring a couple of those with me when I come to the Philippines. So all I got to
Oh
do is
yeah, yeah.
bring the blade, and
Yeah.
it's got a little saw. It's got a little saw and a blade. The little blade goes
Yep.
chop, chop. And
Well,
I show those
I think
Filipinos
you
how
could
to
get
get
those
down.
true value in the Philippines.
Well, they make the bamboos wild there, so get a couple 30-foot sticks, just inch
Yep.
around, and they're light. And they're light, so you mount your little apparatus to the end with your rope. Bring about 50 foot of some good.
All you gotta do is just be a little bit careful. Make sure that the coconuts don't hit you
Yeah,
in the head when they're falling,
yeah. I seen that.
because that does happen,
Did you
and
see that on
a
the
lot of
internet
people become idiots afterwards.
where that guy was underneath the damn trees, American man, and some dude was cutting coconuts, and two of them hit him right in the head, cut his head right off,
Well, I'm
smashed
sure, boy. Like I said, a lot of
smashed it
people
like a
get killed
watermelon.
all the time with those.
Yep, they get killed, man, and it
Same with the
crushed his skull
branches
into his nose.
falling off.
Yeah, so I just stay away from them. Those people know what they're doing, and I'll make my 30 or 40-foot apparatus, make sure that I'm the only one around.
Well, it's good. I mean, if you have farmed coconut trees, you could easily get them yourself. I mean, you could almost reach up
Yeah,
there and get them yourself. Hey, Scott.
I like I like those 10-foot coconut trees where you don't have to go very high,
Yeah,
and they
that's called
produce
a
just
farm
as well.
coconut. They got
They call it
farm coconuts.
miniature coconut tree or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They got golden coconuts, and they also have farm
yeah, they're the
coconuts.
golden coconuts, the golden ones. I like them.
Yeah. Yep. They're
The
they're
milk
they're
sweeter.
sweeter.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah. We had a coconut tree just across the way, and I told them to get me just one, and they got me one, and I had a big knife, and all I did is I poked a hole in it, drilled it with a big sharp knife, and because nobody had a bolo in that village, they didn't need one. Rather say,
Mm.
I like those bolos that they have in Mindanao. They look like a big giant sword.
Yeah, they have different kind for different
Areas,
for different jobs.
yeah. And those people that carry those sword-looking ones, those are cool. They're about what 3 feet long.
Yeah.
Where they whip out that sword, everybody runs. You don't know what they're capable of. Now there was a man that did have a bowl, and I kept my eye on him pretty well. I'd never turn my back to anybody with a knife that big. Never.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thoughts.
Keep your back to the wall. You know.
Well, at least have an exit.
Well, I could take on anybody there is. Anybody out there. I mean, that's how I am. It's fight or flight.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, as big as I am, I could run fast, if I wanted to. But
Yeah.
like last week, I fell hard. I fell off a 8-step concrete step, and I fell. I lost my shoe going up the step, and or was it going? Yeah. Oh no, I lost my shoe. My shoes weren't put on right. Slip-ons. They weren't all the
Like,
way on. Like,
are they like Crocs?
well, they're just slip-on shoes. They're like. I'll show you. Oh no, no, Crocs are hard. These slip-on shoes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, Scott. Yeah.
Well, my foot was in there like this, and it wasn't
Okay.
put on right, you know, and so my shoe fell off, and I lost my man, my shoulder, my guts, my legs, my kneecap, my big toes broke. I broke both of my toes,
Yeah.
big toes, as I was falling down. And that's what hurt me the worst was my big toe and my rib cage. You know,
Yeah.
my arms right here was all green from the grass that it hit, and my head hit on the grass. Thank God.
Well, that's good. At
I
least you had a
told
good
I told
rebound.
Ma I told Ma I wish I would have just fell on the concrete and bled out because
Yeah, yeah, that would have been a good idea.
it it really hurt. I mean, with two broken toes, man, that hurt my feelings the worst, and scarred up kneecaps, and you can scar up your kneecaps wearing sweats, so regardless.
Yeah.
My
The
feelings,
older you get, the more harder it is for you to heal up too.
yeah, and you can't get up like you used to. I mean, like
Yeah.
you jump right up. It's funny, as I was falling, okay, I really didn't know I fell until after I hit the ground and bounced. Believe it or not, I bounced just about 5 inches. Um, I guess the belly got in the way, you know. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, here in this dusty old dirty shed, all this shit back and clean. All this stuff. There's my faithful weed eater and its stuff. Yeah, I went across the way today. My friend came by to fix his house up. So I went over there and I told him, hey, man, there's this guy sleeping in his truck, right there. And didn't want to say nothing to him, but the guy has been there 2 years. It's time to go. So I told him, hey, man, just write a note on there, move it or tow it and get it out of there. It's not really an eyesore, but the guy's pissing everywhere and it smells. So
Oh, he's living in the car.
he's living in the back end of his truck. He's got a car. He parks a car behind his truck, but still, I mean, there's apartment complex with little children in it. There's, this is a really quiet neighborhood, and he likes to bring over his friends, and they're partying around his truck and bringing over kids and some woman that can't walk that's in a wheelchair, and he he lumbers her from the truck to his car on his back, and yeah, it's a sad situation. You got homeless people everywhere, but that guy's got a car, he's got a truck, he's probably got a job, you because he's gone first thing in the morning till dark, so yeah, I just told my friend that owned the house right there. I said, hey, this guy's got to go. Write the note.
Hmm.
Because you own the property. You're the only one that could say yay or nay. He says, well, I'll be back in 2 weeks. And I said, well, 2 weeks is too long because it's starting to warm up. And I said, well, before you leave, go get a lawnmower from Walmart. Oh, I'll come over with my weed eater and you buy that lawnmower with a bag and I'll do it for free. His yard. And give me something to do. And I used to have a pretty good green thumb. Now I've got 6 tomato beef eater tomatoes came in today. Little plants in pots, little 4-inch pot, with the plants already grown to 6. It's ready for the planter pots. And so I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to plant 6 beef eater tomato plants in see
Huh.
that see
Hey,
that black
Junior.
jug over there, planter pot, about that size. And so we can have our own tomatoes and make salsa and all that stuff this summer.
All
We're
right.
good at that. Salsa and tomatoes, and canned tomatoes or mason jar.
Hey,
So
Russell.
yeah, it's starting to look good out. Sun shining, the birds are all flying around, pooping everywhere. You know, it's a good life.
What kind of birds? Because we have sparrows. They're called barnyard sparrows that
Well,
are
that's
here
probably
now.
what they are. They all came over
All
here
right.
from your barnyard. Yep,
Yeah.
we got sparrows, and they look like little cardinals.
Well, ours are not red. Ours are brown color.
Well, not cardinals, but uh, grayish looking ones, but with a cardinal head.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it's
whatever you guys do, if you get in an argument with somebody or you're having a confrontation with somebody, never turn your back on somebody.
yeah,
Even
never.
a nasty person like one nut, because you don't know
Yeah,
if he's gonna jump you from behind or stick you from behind. Never
yep,
turn
that's
your
right.
back.
Never turn that back.
I
It's
learned
like
that the hard way.
bending over to get your soap in the shower at the pen. You know. Yeah.
Well,
Don't drop your soap.
well, I never was a kind of person that takes a community shower, so
Yeah, I know. You take the whole shower. That's why.
I have my own shower.
Yeah, still not big enough. Yeah.
Oh, heck. Go sisters in the house.
That thing's got a
Ugh.
sister.
Yeah. No relationship, no.
Oh, don't need to stick the name. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I guess you could switch your names on your Facebook account. You know?
You can only do it like 3 times, but you could do it once every 90 days though. I mean, they don't
Oh,
like it when you keep on doing it.
I started my own YouTube station called Philippine or Bust. And the thing is I don't have the ambition you got to sit there in one place with some kind of screen on the back that we see over and over the same crap.
Well, you
All
can
you see
change
is
you can
me.
change the pictures.
All you see is me and my recliner in the wall. You know, and
Yeah, that's kind of lame too.
yeah, it was kind of lame. I mean, but I lasted 20 minutes on it. And white American expat, is it white American something?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, one of your callers, he popped on,
Well, that's nice.
and one other person popped up. I canceled my show. Rather say the show's probably still out there, but all that editing and all that stuff you got to do, man, it's just you got to know what you're doing, and
Well, yeah.
I
Practice
really
makes
don't.
perfect.
I don't have the time or the patience. Really, I don't
Bob,
have the patience
Bob, you
to do
play
that.
video games all night long. What are you talking about? You don't
Yeah.
get the time.
Well, it's like right
Huh?
now, I could pop on my video game while I'm talking to you.
Yeah, like I
And
said, you got a lot
I
of
don't.
time.
Well, you only live so long. Once you're buried in that ground, we'll never see this stuff ever again. So you might as well play all these imaginary games, spend all your money on them, and have what little life and fun you can possible.
Well, Junior, I'm doing pretty good, thank you, buddy. My leg is
You know,
almost held up.
yeah. How's your leg doing, Kevin?
I got a big old scab over it now, and
Oh, it's healing.
my my doctor signed me off,
Good.
so I
Sign
don't got
off
to
the
see him
pills.
no more.
No more
So yeah,
pills.
everything is good.
Yeah, those pills were making you stupid. You know. No, they were. They were really screwing up your show.
Well, which
So
which pills you talk about? My leg pain medicine or my other pills? I take like a handful of pills. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about. The handful of pills, whatever it is.
Well, yeah,
make
well,
you all
I mean,
groovy
that's for
and
my
dumb.
head. There's a difference, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? Your head's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Quit taking the dope. No. Apparently, it's
You know,
fine. You
that's
got a successful YouTube station. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just like me. You're semi-retired and tired and that stuff.
I take my medicine around 2 to 3 times a day.
But y'all should see, the foreigner farming in the Philippines.
Well,
That
I
is a
know
really
he's a pig
nice
farmer.
YouTube station. He's a
He's a
piggery
pig farmer.
farmer, and he
Yeah,
tells you all the prices. He's doing a little bit of real
yeah, I
estate
know who you're talking
videos
about.
now. His name's Brian. He's really cool, and the foreigner farming in the Philippines. That is such a good show. I watch probably 2 or 3 of his videos a day
So, see,
because
when you go back to the Philippines, that's how you ought to base your life. Try to
yeah, and
mimic on how
he's
he does it.
yeah, he really he tells it all. He tells all the prices. They go to vegetable markets. Now, when they go to vegetable markets, he has his old lady do the shopping, and then when he goes to ask the price, it's double. But
Yeah, yeah.
uh, he gets the prices from sends his girl over to the watermelon stand. How much is these watermelons and stuff? And they're saying 240 pesos. Hell, that's $5 almost. That's expensive watermelon. And they say, oh, it's cheap. Well, it's not cheap.
Well, it's better just to grow your own.
Grow your own. Go to the market. Sell them to those people.
Yeah.
And then have them resell it to
Or
whatever
just
price
have
you
your
want.
own, make your own market at right outside your farm.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking, but their farm's like 6 miles from the road or something to the nearest market or something. That's too far. Uh, but yeah, he gets rice hulls because they're free, you know, and there is mounds and mounds of rice hulls, and he uses that for bedding for his piggery, and that's cool. Yeah, he goes
Yeah.
over every day and he gets like 60 sacks, you know. And but I told him, I said, "Hey, Brian, man, you need to go uh, to these certain places and say, hey, reserved for just yourself, and get a
Yeah, but I
bigger."
think it's first come, first serve.
Yeah, it is. It's first come, first serve. But if he says, "Hey, man, I'll give you, you know, 2,000 pesos to reserve this whole lot for me," that's nothing. That's $40. You know, and he could probably that one was a hill bigger than my house, and phew, bigger than my house. And I tell you what,
Yeah, Keith, that is a
probably
big
I'd
field.
say 20,000 sacks of rice hulls in there at least,
Yeah.
and, and he bags like, I don't know, 30 to 120 sacks a day.
Yeah, if you want to live that way, that's I mean, that's it's
But
not cheap, it's not easy. Cause he has to have like around 3 workers, and
no,
it's
no,
not
no,
easy
no,
to find somebody
no,
that's
no,
gonna
no,
stay and
no,
work for you.
no. He's got one. He's got a Filipino couple. He pays them. What was it? 6,000 pesos a month, and they take care of feeding the 30 sows and taking care of the piglets. Water, a little update 7 days a week. You can't go wrong for 6,000 pesos a month. And Brian, he makes around $2,000 American um, a month now since he's invested his 25,000 to get him started. In American dollars, it costs him 25,000 to get buy the land, build a house, build a piggery, and all that. So now he's starting to make some of that money back. Well, he had one rice field that wasn't producing much rice, so he rented a bulldozer for the day, and they made a tilapia pond. And
Yeah.
you can see in the videos that he went over and he bought little tiny tilapia. I mean, they were only about a quarter inch long. You know what I mean? 3,500 of them, and for like 600 pesos, $12. You just got to fish for it, you know. And now the little tilapia, it's been a couple weeks, so the little tilapia is probably an inch long, and they go down the pond and they throw this, tilapia food, little pellets, like we do for koi and other fishes. And so he's got that going, and he, grows vegetables. Us Americans in America send him hundreds and hundreds of packs of seeds that grow. Anything from A to Z in the vegetables. So that's cool.
Yeah,
You know,
Terrence is doing good.
and Brian was not out for no Patron or PayPal or any of that stuff, but he got this feeding program to feed the children. Um, and what's that little town called? He's in Bohol, Trinity Bohol, I think it's called, and a feeding program. And he wants to feed the children. He's been feeding them once a month by himself. It's costing about 150 American dollars. So one guy says, "Hey, man, us subscribers could send you that, and you could feed the children 4 times a month." And he's not the type of person to take donations or handouts or any of that stuff. So he got to thinking about it. He says, "Well, I'm going to do all the work. So yeah, I'll go ahead and accept, the donations." So that's cool. I mean, I just
A
wish I
lot of
had
work.
him. And yeah, they're constantly working, constantly doing something there. I mean, he's the only
Hey,
YouTube
Uncle Sam.
star that I could follow that he's making his own money. He's not getting in trouble with the law and the courts like Terrence and Beth. And Terrence and Beth now, they got 50, what do you call those boxes by Lekion something boxes?
All
What do you
right.
call What do you call those boxes? Lucky, uh, Bion boxes or something?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, they had about 50 subs that sent them 50 boxes, and these boxes are filled with everything from A to Z in them, and they can't even hand out not one piece out of these boxes because of all that trouble they got in. You know, uh, he's just
So
about
what
ready.
they ought to do is just sell them. Open up a store and sell them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit, might as well. You know what I mean? Or give it to Ned or Bud Brown or somebody to distribute that stuff. Because they're really in a lot of trouble. And he's fighting that being blacklisted to get sent back to the states right now. The government really wants to
Still,
get rid of that old man. Oh, he
are they
hired
still
attorneys, but
are they still having problems?
well, they're going to court. The process is going to court, seeing that judge, and the judge, if Terrence pays them off just right, I think they'll shove it under the bus, rather say.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of that paperwork. That's paperwork that's been following them. And yeah,
It
they
takes a
built
long
36
time to get rid of it.
houses. Yeah, it takes a long time. You don't have a paper shredder that big in the courts. And it takes forever in the courts to due process anything. Even a prisoner that goes to prison, he don't see the court system for 4 or 5 years. But have you all ever heard of this? Okay, I checked out the prison system in Cebu when I was there, and I went over there to uh, see if there was anything that I could do, donate something to somebody that needed it. Well, you couldn't do that, but uh, we went in there, and prisoners had their family in there. The wife and the kids, they all could stay there as long as they wanted to with that man.
Huh.
And they could have cell phones, and they got a little Sorry Sorry store inside the yard of the prison. And it's just like one big happy family. You know what I mean? All the prisoners, they all get together and they all eat rice together. And it's something,
Kind of like a town within a town.
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting. I mean, if you look up the Philippine prison system in Cebu, there's videos one after another in there. I've checked them out too.
Hey, Crystal.
And yeah, the prisoners pretty well got it pretty good. As long as they got somebody in the family to bring in money or put some money on their it's not on their books, giving them money because they can carry money inside with them. Uh, then they can eat because the government don't feed the prisoners. They have to have family that brings them in money, or they just starve to death, or they'll, you know, you can get robbed in the prison just for whatever pesos you got, you know, and seriously hurt if you're flash your money. But anyways, enough of that. So what is the show called today?
Uh, Philippine Expat Playground.
Oh, might as well be a playground, huh?
See that?
It might as well be a playground.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it won't be your playground. I mean, yeah,
You
it's
know,
not a.
I haven't heard from my girl for about 6 weeks now.
Huh.
Which
And
I don't
and
know.
and have you tried to hear? Have you tried, or are you what?
I'm reserved, man. If she wants to talk, she'll call. If she wants to text me, she'll text me. But if
Well,
she wants to play this game of uh, waiting and waiting to hear from me, it's not going to happen because I'm not that type of person.
of course
You
not.
know, I'm not that type of person. Kevin, if say something happens to my dog and I'm having it really rough here, can't make it here. Say something happens, mom. And me and Rhonda has to go on her own and stuff. Well, Rhonda's got plans to go back to her ex, and I have plans to go back out of the country. I'm gonna be your neighbor, Kevin. So I will go back to Asia. Yes, I will. I have been checking out Vietnam a lot. Why? I don't know. I'm just really curious because my dad fought in Vietnam. All my uncles, two of my aunts fought in Vietnam, and so I'm really
But now you
curious
know
of
that
what
was a long
Vietnam.
time ago, right?
Yeah,
Things
it
have
was a
changed.
long time ago. The Saigon and all those Ho Chi Minh areas, that's 50 years plus ago. So, no, not 50
Yeah.
years. Back in see here,
Well,
60s,
70s.
70s, 70s to 92, I think it stopped. Uh, but yeah, it's been a long time ago. But I'm really curious of what the countryside looks like. I got a little taste of it. The jungle there in the Philippines is just like the jungle of Vietnam. It's got the same look. You know, uh,
Yeah, just not so much English, I think. Not
yeah,
so
and
much English friendly.
the thing is if they're 30 years or say 40 years and younger, they got a lot of English. So I think I'll be okay there. Um,
Or if you speak French, that would be good.
We?
Can you speak French? Parlez-vous
Parlez-vous?
français? Anything?
Parlez-vous français? We? I don't know.
Oui.
That's
That's
about
as
all I
far as I'm
got.
gonna go, buddy.
Yeah. We.
Yeah.
As you all know what we means, it means yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was me. You gotta go now. I gotta go to the bathroom.
No.
Gotta go to CR.
CR. Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
about the other day, but man, I was in the CR all day. Mom made some of that noodles with gravy and it just didn't set right till the next day. Yeah.
Till the next day.
So, yeah, very next day. Yeah. So, what else are we going to talk? Oh, Thailand now. I'd love to go to Thailand, but I got a big problem about eating pepper and hot spicy foods.
You don't like it? I like spicy food.
Well, I'm glad your guts agree,
Hey,
but,
Roberto.
I smoked too much poison back in my drug days, so it affected my esophagus and all that, so I can't have pepper.
Okay.
And those Thai women are hotter than a Thai pepper.
Huh.
They're very
Well,
mean,
have you tried that
aggressive.
Filipino hot pepper, that little itty bitty thing?
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
ruthless hot pepper.
hmm Yeah, we had big
Ruthless.
bush of those little suckers growing outside of our house. I went out there, grabbed one. Being the cool dude I thought I was, I could handle this little guy. It was beet red. I mean, it was redder than this box next to me. And
Yeah.
so I wiped it off on my shirt, and popped the whole thing in my mouth, crunch, 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 with my little bit of teeth I got. And I'm going, why did I do that?
Oh man.
I instead of spitting it out, man, I swallowed it. And oh man, I had to wait 3 days and 3 nights.
I we picked a whole bunch and we put it in our vinegar jar bottle, and then after that I went to bathroom and I forgot to wash my hands. You know,
Oh,
you know,
well, I didn't know you were that big, Kevin.
you know, you know. Those that stuff is called a learning experiences.
Yeah,
Because
well,
hopefully you only do it once.
I thought your mama taught you when you were a little baby not to play with peppers.
Oh well, like I said, we picked it from the tree and we put them in the jar, and then we put it. We got the vinegar inside, and then I had to go to the bathroom and went to the CR outside and
Ooh,
went pee pee, and boy oh boy,
never touch that little sucker. It
oh
naturally
god,
pointed down, so all you do is drop your drawers a little bit and just drop it
well,
down and
well
not
I
touch
never
that
thought
sucker.
about it. Never
Yeah,
thought about it. I thought about it afterwards.
yeah.
It was horrible. So yeah,
I is
be
what you
careful about
said.
the hot peppers.
That's right. Be careful of those hot peppers. That's right. Oh, my butt stuck to my chair.
Also be careful
Gotta
about
get up.
strange pretty women that you just meet and you think she's the one and you want to have unprotective night out. That might not be a good idea.
Yeah, I
You
checked
never
out the
know. You
Japanese
never know.
women. I checked out
I
the
never had
Japanese
I never
women.
had I
They're
never had no problem, but people say it's like playing Russian roulette. I never played, but
well, you didn't
you
have
don't
any
want to try
bullets,
out.
but
This ain't the deer hunter, so
no bullets for Kevin.
yeah.
No bullets for you.
Yep. So you got to be careful what you do. Be careful what you do. Be careful what you say.
Well, we bought a new air fryer,
Oh,
and boss stuck a couple apple slices in there, and this is what it is.
apple slices, brown sugar, some raisins. That sounds nice.
Look at that. See that?
Got it? No, no.
It's called a power air fryer. Pro Elite, and it's
Oh, a fancy looking thing.
Does he look a little bit yellow to you?
look what I got. Look what I
Hey, hey,
in the
Roberto, do you
living
live?
room. I got
Roberto, do you
something
live in
that
Texas?
Kevin would like. No,
Trying to ask if Roberto lives in Texas. This
yeah, he does.
November, I might be going to Texas. Over in Dallas for
Oh,
maybe
he's in Austin.
a day or two, maybe 1 or 2 days
He's in Austin.
in Dallas.
He's in Austin with your little buddy Petey Wee. Guess what I
Petey
got?
had a show today.
He did. Heat stroke.
Talking about
Texas will
Jesus.
do that to you. Look what I got, Kevin.
Oh.
Look what I got.
What do you got?
King size. Reese's. Oh
You know,
yeah.
Reese's is not good for you, buddy. Just send it to me. Not the empty package either.
You know, I the last time I ate Reese's, they had maggots in it
Oh, now you
because it
don't
was hot
gotta
out.
talk like that. That's not nice.
Oh. Mm.
How in the world could maggots get inside of Reese's?
Well, the package was open a little bit, and
Oh,
flies got in there,
oh,
laid their eggs. Look, Kevin, this could be yours.
huh.
One bite size.
Yeah, Roberto. Yeah, that's nice, Bob. I love Reese's.
Oh man, they're delicious. You know, if I would have seen them there, my sister would have ate them. I would have never known. Oh,
Huh.
I haven't had one of these forever.
Yeah, Benny's gonna have a some
Baby?
kind of yeah, Benny's gonna have a seminar in Dallas this November 2nd.
Oh,
And I think I'm gonna we'll talk about having a meet and greet over there.
so you gonna take the Amtrak?
I don't know. He said we're gonna talk before in a couple of months.
It takes you
Go
24 hours from where you're at to Dallas. Easy.
I
That's
don't think it'll cost too much to fly over there. Make a round trip ticket.
probably cost you nowadays rates. It's really cheap in America now. It's probably about, I'm gonna say $200 there and back.
Hmm.
And
Yeah. So Roberto, get your guest room ready. Make sure you have fire up your barbecue.
yeah, don't use charcoal wood. Kevin likes propane.
Well, but Roberto knows how to barbecue.
Yeah, they use wood and charcoal.
I think we're gonna use chips, wood
Mesquite.
chips.
Mesquite. Yeah, in our charcoal they put mesquite in there. Make little cublets. It's called mesquite charcoal barbecue charcoal cubes.
Hmm. I
Yep.
know a guy. He used to put Jack Daniels in his wood chips.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Make it some kind of
Soak them
flavor
overnight.
in his meat.
Yeah, that's how they make bourbon and all that. And they burn their barrels or something, give that flavor.
Yeah, they got a couple of hardware store that sells those drums. Uh,
Yeah,
the drums are all burnt in the inside and stuff.
yeah.
I guess you could use them
Hmm.
for planters.
My forefathers were barrel makers. That's where Cooper comes from. Coopers were the barrel makers. And believe it or
Hmm.
not, I never made a barrel in my life. Burned a lot of them, but now the metal barrels. But yeah, they're the wooden uh, casket or whatever you call those barrels.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating on how they make them. I seen a documentary on how they did it. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was really interesting how they bend it to form them. Of course, they got formers that form the wood a certain way. Mhm.
Yeah, it's not easy.
They don't use one nail, you know. They just form it in the right way. And I don't even think they use glue, Kevin. And then they stick the band on there, and then they put it through that power washer, and then the power washer expands it, and then they throw it through the flame, so it
Huh.
seals it. So it seals, but it does go through like a car wash, the brand new barrels do, so that they. Uh, I seen it turned upside down where the one and only opening, uh, gets water shot up to the top of it. Then they send it down the line, and they did something else to it. I'm trying to think.
It's pretty fascinating, I think.
Yeah, it was. It was really interesting. I had to see. I looked it up myself because Cooper's my last name, and I heard they were barrel makers. So I checked it out a little bit, just a very little bit, and it was
What's
really,
this
really
place like?
interesting.
Oh, $500 round trip from California. Yeah, but I'm over in Kentucky, Jedi. So from Kentucky
To
to
Midway,
yeah, it's only
about two
like
hundred
two
bucks,
states
maybe
away.
250. Yeah, I don't know. I'll
It's not
Google it.
very far away.
Where's the nearest
Maybe three
big
states
town to
away.
you? Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's right next door to us. Like
Is
an
that where?
hour and 30 minutes.
Is that where you take the airplane to go to Asia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
that's where we get the airplane to go to Dallas would be in
if you don't
Nashville.
if you don't check it out, I'll check it out because I gotta look into cheapo air on a couple other flights tonight. Because I gotta go to Houston, not Alaska, North Houston, Texas, this summer sometime. So I want to check out the airfare from here to there,
Hmm.
or Amtrak. I love the Amtrak because they nonstop. Basically they stop probably once every 500 miles.
Well,
That's
that would be interesting. Take a train out there.
yeah, that's a good way to go because you don't really get hungry, you know. Now, if you're on there for 24 hours or something, you want to go over to this chicken place, Kentucky Fried Chicken, get a big bucket of chicken, coleslaw, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Well, yeah,
So what? It's gonna be cold,
get a
but
whole
man,
bunch of everything.
love chicken the next day. You know what I mean? And that's what I would do because Amtrak food is so expensive. $10 for a jalapeno burger. All it is two buns, one little soybean burger with a couple jalapenos and a 10-cent piece of cheese on there for 10
Hmm.
bucks. And food's very expensive. A bag of chips was $5. You
I
know the ones
lived
you
in
buy
uh,
for 99 cents.
Houston, or Houston, Alaska. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Houston, Alaska is nice. I liked it there. They got a little missionary
Yeah,
hill.
that's
Yeah, one
over by
gas
Wasilla.
station. Yeah, yeah, and there's a
Over by Wasilla.
little store look like a little sorry store. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Roger.
yeah, I do too. I walked right through
That's
there.
funny. Yep.
Yeah, I like the gas station. That was cool. Yeah, when I was there back in the '90s, I think it was, they had a big fire uh up in the mountains there.
Big Lake.
What's that pass?
Big Lake. Big Lake. There was a
Uh,
big fire there.
Wasilla. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was Big Lake.
but the lake was called Big Lake.
Yeah, and man, they had a big fire there, and all the people that didn't work for money, they were in their trucks and stuff. They were headed up there, and they
Well,
stopped by.
my ex-wife, she worked for BLM,
Yeah,
Bureau of Land Management,
yeah,
and she was an office clerk
yeah,
for BLM, and she did payroll for the firefighters.
yeah. And so those people would go to the gas station. I mean, you, me, whatever, got a truckload full of dudes want to go help. You know, we go fill up the tank. That was free gas, and all the pop that you could handle, water bottles, and all that was free. And just load up the truck and go fight that fire. Well, since I was,
They got paid good money for it.
yeah, they did. I could have jumped in there, but my name wasn't on the list, you know. So just got to see them go have fun. I used to be a forest fighter, forest forestry firefighter, but we jumped out of
Yeah.
helicopters called helo attack.
Oh, you're talking about a hot shoe.
Yeah, helo attack. Yeah, hell attack is what we called it, and it was hell. And they drop us in ravines. They drop us up on the mountain. Have fire coming right at us. You know. Of course, there was nothing out there to protect except the forces. You know. There was nothing out there in the middle of nothing. And like the Santa Ana fires, step up and down the coast of Highway 101. You know, it's like the last fire we had was I
Oh,
don't know,
in
you got a
Houston.
vlogger there named Rike, whatever his name is, and trying to think of what was that town called. Well, anyways, his house burned down too. It was up in Northern California. So he's stuck in Vietnam.
Yeah, Roger, that brought back some old memories. Long time ago.
Yeah, we're still breathing.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, crabbing shit. Man, was that fun.
Yeah, Roger did that stuff too. Roger Miller, he was a
Yeah.
crabber.
Yeah, it was fun while I was young and fun. You know, it's always fun when you're young. You know, wouldn't do
Yeah,
it
it's
today though.
hard work when you're old. You know,
Yeah,
I never seen an old man except the captain.
yeah.
Captain
Well,
and the engineer. Engineer would be a little bit older.
yeah, but you don't see them on the deck with those 800-pound crabbing nets,
Yeah,
cages.
crab pot.
Yeah, crab pot.
Well, 800, 700 pounds roughly.
Yeah. I had one knock me plumb across the deck, I mean it was heavy.
Well, yeah,
And
especially when the boat is rolling,
oh yeah.
you gotta. That's when you move it. When it's rolling, that's when you push.
Yeah, I broke this finger. It's totally broken still. I you know, that's as straight as it gets, man. That's a straight finger, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, the sucker just weird, man. Never got straight. Got
Uh,
crushed.
Salmon fishing is more fun than my brother. He was on a black cod vessel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was
He
on a vessel too. The beginning of the season to get out to the Aleutian Islands, we all took a big old processor from Seattle. And that processor boat, they did
hey
herring and
Junior.
salmon just to do the process. But there was about 100 of us headed to Aleutian Islands to get transported or over to Kodiak. We went to Kodiak first. That was our first stop on that processor. And then we went over to Kodiak. And we all got off for the day. We all got drunk at the bars, had McDonald's and all that stuff. And then got back on the boat because they had to put like 100,000 pounds of fuel in it or something like that. And then headed out to Aleutian Islands. What's that place called on the Aleutian Islands? Harbor,
Dutch Harbor.
Dutch Harbor. Okay, we
Because
went to
there's
Dutch
Dutch Harbor,
Harbor.
and then there's
Yeah,
also Unalaska. They're both connected to each other by a land bridge.
yeah, yeah. It's Dutch Harbor, and there's about 50 crabbing boats there waiting for its guys to fill them up. And yeah, I thought I was going to be left there, man, because my name wasn't called on roll call, you know. And but shit, I signed up 3 months in advance, and I got the last boat out, and that was the smallest crabbing boat I've ever seen in my life. I swear to God, it's only 50 feet long.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
for like catching Dungeness crab close to inland.
No, that wasn't it though. They had a big uh, crab cellar underneath the deck,
Yeah,
and they went after the brown crabs. What are they called? Shit, I
king
forgot all
crab
my
is brown
crabs.
crab.
Well, there was a brown crab, and then there was those spider crabs. What are they called? The big
Snow
long-legged
crab.
ones, snow crabs. Went on that boat first, and I made it to the second round. We had to go to Dutch Harbor 2 times, and then made it on the second round. And then I guess they didn't like my work. I wasn't fast enough or something. No, I was getting seasick too much.
I hear
So
that.
they put me on a processor, and then down the hill I went. Man, processor was about 500 feet long, and it had like 3 or 4 decks. To the get to the kitchen, it was like 4 flights down to the bottom of the boat.
Yeah, 500 footer. That's a big ship.
Yeah, it was a processor. They process the
Yeah,
from catch to frozen to shipping it out on Japanese freighters, swing the nets and stuff. That big
yeah.
of, that was a big boat. And
Because I was on a catcher processor.
yeah, they flash freeze the fish, guts and all. And with a salmon, or no, let me back up. The herring Okay, the process with that, they had a squeezer that squeezed the eggs out of them, and then the fish part would go to flash freeze. The eggs would go to a different part, and then later on in the season, we did salmon. Same process basically, but it wasn't a fish squeezer. All you do is take your arm and you roll it and roll it from the head to tail, and then a big thing, a roe comes out, eggs, and then they flash freeze the body of the fish, and oh, they had competitions there, who can eat the most herring eggs out of a fish's live fish's ass, I mean, take the fish,
That's a female you're talking
asshole up
about.
to your mouth and you bend
Yum.
it like this and it shot the eggs in your throat. I
That's
didn't mind the
caviar, buddy.
salmon roll. The salmon roll
That's
was delicious.
caviar.
Yeah, the caviar. Yeah, the
Oh,
herring was nasty. It's like shooting salt water down your throat, man. But
pretty
at least
nasty,
the
buddy.
salmon eggs had a little flavor.
Only time we use salmon eggs is when we put them on our hook and
Yeah,
we cast it out.
same thing, but before they preserved with the preservatives in your little bottle.
Yeah.
Same thing. But I wouldn't dare take, um, crack it open and eat them today. Fish bait, they got all those chemicals and stuff in them,
Yeah.
flavors and stuff. Yeah, I had a hell of a time.
Yeah, doing that stuff in Alaska, that's a young man's work, but that's also a single man's work. If you're
Yeah,
single,
it
that's no
really is.
problem. But
Yeah,
when
single
you get a
man, no
woman,
kids, no women, and none of that stuff. Did I get
yeah,
laid
that
on
just
the
messes with your
processing
mind
boat?
too
You
much.
damn rights I did. There's 3 women and 120 workers on that boat, and uh, one of the sweetheart women she really
And they're
liked.
all taken.
No, no, there was this one girl was reserved just for me, and
Rosie Palm.
no, she actually lived in the same town that I lived in, and we seen each other after that too. You know what I mean? After the
Uh, what
deal,
what what was the town's name? Get the hell out.
Spokane, Washington.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, she was a
Oh.
sweetheart. Yeah, but she died. She died of a heart murmur.
Oh.
She would have been a perfect wife and everything. She was a good lady though. On
Well,
the boat,
I'm
everybody was
happy for you.
jealous because I was getting her and they weren't. But they had this black girl. She was a around the clock hooker. Made a lot of money
Around the clock.
around the clock. You know?
Well, you got to make a living somehow, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. My back hurts thinking about it.
Well, what? Well, if your back hurts, how do you think they feel?
It's like the horrors back in the cowboy days, 500 years ago.
Oh heck, Bob.
Yeah, they had fun. They were rough whores though.
What? They beat you up afterwards? What?
Well, a cowboy would come in. They're unpredictable. I mean, for $2 or $1, they were getting paid enough. The cowboy get pissed and slice her throat or shoot her or whatever he wanted to do, and the cops wouldn't do nothing about it.
Kevin, do you like salmon? You know, I like cooking it.
I like smoked salmon.
I like making salmon patties, but do I like to eat it? It's okay.
Burned out.
I like silver salmon, red salmon.
Yeah,
I don't like dog salmon. Dog salmon is called humpy.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't like humpy salmon, but I
That's like
like king
catfish.
salmon.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But are you gonna pay $35 a pound for that shit? Hell no.
Oh, I'm talking about catching it.
Oh, yeah, I used to do
I'm
that
not gonna
pretty good.
buy it. I mean, but catching it. My mom and dad, we used to go to the Russian River in Kenai. Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
know
know where
Clint
that is.
Eastwood. He got a house down in Homer. Remember
Yeah,
that movie?
yeah, I know where Homer is.
Yeah, Homer,
On the
Alaska.
other
He got a
side of
house down there
yeah, it's on the other side of that one town. What's it called?
in Good Point.
I know where Homer is. It's like you're going up to Ketchikan.
Yeah,
Uh, seen a little
but
bit of that on the
Homer
map.
is where you go to get halibut. Go on fishing,
Yeah,
and
four or
Clint
five
Eastwood
hundred
got a big
pounders.
house over there.
Yeah, 400 or 500 pounders.
Yep.
Man, imagine seeing a 500-pound flounder swim right next to you. Takes a
Well,
bath.
no, we would shoot the halibut before they would begin on the boat because
Oh yeah,
the halibut would beat the boat,
yeah, beat it to death.
damage the boat. So we would shoot the halibut in the head before
Yeah,
we
two
bring it
times.
on board.
Yep, that's right. You didn't use no 22.
No,
Just
usually we get a
shotgun.
45.
Yeah, 45 or a shotgun
Captain
round.
Spalding, how you doing, brother?
Yep. Well, Kevin, I got a boogie. Somebody's calling my name again.
Hey, Dan. Yeah, you guys, I'm also gonna jet. I was just waiting for Bob to quit damn talking. Yeah, 81 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna get off too, Bob. Hey, Dan, why you come on so late for, brother? You guys check out Dan's YouTube channel if you'd like to listen to guitar music. Go check out his channel. Yeah, you guys got a little bit of everybody here. Definitely, you guys go check out Michael Fazio's channel. He's always has something entertaining to go to go listen to. Dave, he always has something informative to say about this and that and that and this. You guys enjoy your weekend. Have a good weekend coming up. Well, we got a whole weekend spring break coming up. Yeah. Don't take everything so seriously. Old one nut and you know, old num num. Shit. Do you want some num num? Dave. Telling me it's not no food. telling me it's medicine for little kids. That was funny this morning. Not the same thing. Oh shit. Cause see, num num when I'm feeding my daughter, here's some num num. Open up your mouth. Oh hell. Yeah. All right, boys and girls. Jedi, you guys have a good weekend. Kevin, you look death in the eye and death blinked. Nothing seemed impossible. Somebody asked me that the other day. If you have the will, if you have a strong enough will, you can do anything. I got up off the ground. I took a knee and I lifted up my head. I felt the blade in my head, and and then I made a mistake. I pulled the blade out of my head, and that was my first mistake. But you know, you heard that stupid saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I don't know about that. Um I wasn't heavy when I was in the Philippines, because I lost when I went to the Philippines. I weighed like maybe the same, around 400 pounds.